What's going on, man? Yo, welcome to another episode of No Clue, guys. Welcome. This is another season, y'all. We geeked up. But before we get this party started, No Clue, you guys know we are a family and we roll as a family. This is our 4th season, and we're going to take a moment right now to acknowledge 2 people who have been instrumental in No Clue. They have been watching since season 1. That will be our virtual grandparents, Rob and Susan DeMaio. We received news that during last season, Susan passed on. She transitioned on and got her wings. So, guys, in honor of our virtual grandmother, I'm going to ask that we just have a quick moment of silence just to let her know in heaven, we miss you. We thank you for being with us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love and looking down on us. And may you rest in peace. To Robert DeMaio, thank you, Grandpa, for being there for us. We received an email from your daughter letting us know that you remembered us and you're talking about us in the nursing home. Y'all, he's talking about No Clue in the nursing home. She said they thought he was crazy because he said, I need to watch my show, No Clue. And they said, what's the name of it? He was like, No Clue. And so they thought he meant he had no clue. But she was so great. She sent us a picture. We're praying for your healing from the inside to the outside, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. You know this is a praying task, so we're praying for you, sir. Anything we can do to be of support, we're here for you. We love you guys, all right? Much love. Guys, I'm sorry. That was a little sad, wasn't it? Terry, we miss you, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Some more news. Our girl won't be with us tonight. Kay is not joining us tonight, y'all. She's in training to be a flight attendant at Southwest Airlines. So she's in training. So, Kay, we love you. We wish you all the support, all the success, everything you need. We're sending you hugs, kisses, loves. We heart you because Southwest hearts you. All right? We shouting you out. So you
we don't hurt her. We love her. That's our girl. We rock
that
with
part.
Kay.
You know, that's my daughter, so I love my daughter because she is beautiful, she is kind, she is potent. All right, let's do a quick check. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. How rude of me. We have guests in the house. I didn't welcome our guests. Welcome Joy and Suave.
Hola.
Hello, peoples.
Hi.
Hey.
Tell us about y'all real quick. Who you is, where you from, who your peoples.
Mama Neil.
Okay. So I'm Adi Suave.
I'm Joy.
And we're the what? I don't know. Who are we today?
Who are we today?
Y'all gonna get into that. Y'all gonna get into that.
Of course. And we have Joyful Delights, one of our businesses.
Word.
Shelly's Catering is another one of our businesses. We have Suave ENT, which is our events planning business. We have a lot of businesses.
Right.
We do a lot.
I'm a travel through.
Multiple streams of income.
Right.
Okay.
You got to.
Loan me a meal.
I'm originally from the Midwest.
Yes, I'm from
Hey.
And I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
hometown.
I don't know why your thumb is doing that.
Wow.
Cause he a
Got a
hater.
hater like
He a
that.
hater.
DJ.
Yeah. Oh.
ATLAEEHG.
I mean, but we love Atlanta.
We love Atlanta.
Come
That's
through.
right.
That's our home. Like we're
Yeah.
from these places, but
Yeah.
Atlanta is home. So
Yeah.
Come through.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be a hater, even though I'm from Kentucky. I live in Atlanta, of course, but
I went to
I
another
told you he a hater.
Kentucky anyway.
I got
it
a
is.
school in Kentucky, so I got you.
Okay.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Boo, we don't even eat that in Kentucky.
I went in Chicago, New York, or St. Louis, or Alabama, or Wisconsin.
Moving right along.
Look, System and Processes Department.
Moving right along.
So, guys, if you're watching the show, y'all don't look at my drink. Like us on Facebook, repost us on Facebook, join our group. We communicate with you in the group. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitch, Patreon. Subscribe to us on Patreon. The show ain't free. How you doing? Subscribe to us on YouTube. Share, like, subscribe. Email us at nocludeshow@gmail.com. See, I ain't say nothing about like us on MySpace this time.
I was waiting for MySpace.
MySpace?
Hold up, we gotta do it for Arteria and on Christian Mingle.
There you go.
So y'all support the show, like the show, comment, email us, get in our comments, talk to us. We talk back. Let's have a good time. Tonight's gonna be a good show because DJ is running. Say what? Lord have mercy.
Say what?
Ain't that what the girl said? Lord,
Man, that was quick.
Arteria
It's
posted
usually
in
longer
the
than
chat.
that. Wait, it's
She said in the
usually
chat,
longer than that.
Christian Mingle.
But ain't it usually longer than that? Like it just cut right on in. So I'm gonna
I
get
feel
right
like
on
it was
to
real
it.
quick too.
So, you guys, as you are may or may not be aware of, yes, Christian Mingle, March is Women's History Month. And so, in honor of Women's History Month, we're going to do a combination of a few things. So, the first thing I want to know is each of you tell me who is your most influential historical female figure, and then a little bit about why. And then we're going to do some Women's History Month trivia. So,
You know, I was never good at history.
That
Wow.
makes 7 of us.
So I'm gonna start with our guests. So either one of you can go first. Who is your favorite female historical figure and why?
Okay, for me, I guess it might not be someone everybody else knows, but it definitely would be my grandmother. She was one of the first women to drive a tractor for Case Company. So to me, that was Black history, family history, and definitely a representation of a strong woman doing something that was untraditional. And I definitely respect that. And she's my granny, so she's just the shit.
Come on, Granny.
I
I just want to ask a question. Can she cook?
Can she?
Come
Can
see.
okay.
I
Cook. Everything I cook ain't good enough. I think I can cook, but
Well,
and
I
I-
mean, you know, we gotta ask questions because you know these grandmas nowadays they young, so they not real grandmas, so they don't know how to throw
True.
down.
True.
No.
How to use they know how to use Uber Eats.
She's cooking.
Oh yeah,
I
she.
sit in the kitchen so I can learn it. And
Yeah.
she gives me the props.
Come
Come
on,
on.
Granny.
got
Shout
it.
out to Granny. I need a plate.
Yes.
Yeah, Granny can cook.
Whew, okay, I was not expecting that. Let's see.
Come on, you always talking about women,
I
Black women
am.
in
I'm
history.
always talking about like shout out to Kamala Harris, first of all.
Come through.
Come on.
History. Shout out to Kamala Harris. I don't know. Oh my god, it's so many.
Stick there. Come on,
Black
Harris.
women. Look, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black
Good
women.
call.
You hear me? You hear me?
History. Black women
Good
are
call.
history. Black women have pioneered and created everything that we
Life in general.
life in
period.
general. Black women created life in general. So shout out to Black
Fact.
women. That's my
Absolutely.
figures that I absolutely love and adore.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm with it. Shavay, what you got?
It's funny because you said your grandmother Suave, and the first person that came to my mind, it's hard for me to pick someone else because I have my own superwoman. And that's my mommy. Shout out to executive pastor Valerie Clay.
Yes.
You know, my mama, there's 4 of us. And when she had me, she did not have any degrees. She was 18. My mom has 2 masters. She did all of that while being a mom, a pastor, and a wife. I seen her having contractions while she's about to go walk across the stage. She is the strongest woman I know. When I tell y'all she works so hard, people wonder why I have a hard time resting. My example, okay? 100%. She gonna go to work unless she's about to die. And even then, you have to convince her to stay home. So shout out to my mom, the hardest working woman I know, and the absolute definition of a virtuous woman as well. She's a part of history for me.
That part. Okay, executive pastor.
All right, Doc, who you got?
I'm not following y'all trend. When he told me he was gonna do this, mine is my granny, y'all. I have 2 actually. My granny, because I was a strong black woman. She might have been 4'9", but she was a strong. She would book. She knocked like she was booked. Like you hear me? And when you was talking about cooking, DJ, like that's my fondest memory of us in the kitchen. And I'm like, Grandma, how do you make these biscuits? She's like, you need 2 hands of flour, 2 fingers of lime. I'm like, Grandma, that ain't nobody's measures. But when I tell you, it come out flawless. And that was just that to me, she was a symbol of strength, tenacity. She lived through slavery. She lived through the civil rights movement. She saw the first black president, you know. So to just hear the stories she would tell just inspired me to say, you know, if they knew she could read, she could be killed, but we have it, it's given to us freely and we don't want it. Things like that. My second hero is, because I love to have a hero that I can actually communicate with, is Kay. Like it sounds cliche, but Kaylon Edwards is one of my sheroes because she said, I have a dream, I have a goal, I know what I want. And she fought for it without even hurdle. She caught COVID and she didn't allow that to deter her dream. She was like, hey, look, I got COVID. Can I reschedule? What can I do? Because I want this. And I'm all for it. So those are my sheroes.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at y'all. Come through. I didn't think about one for myself only because I'm also in a situation of joy. Like there are so many people that I could say. There are so many things I could think of, and y'all know I'm the pro blackity black one of the bunch. So it's lots of things I could say, lots of references I could use, but I'm just gonna join that bandwagon to shout out to black women in general.
Absolutely.
Now, quickly before I end this segment, we're gonna do a little women's history trivia. I'll make it a little light.
I'm gonna mute myself.
It's too heavy. No, you can do this. You got this. So the first question I'm going to ask, and I'm going to give you multiple options. So you got a 1 in 4 chance of getting it correct.
Okay.
All right. So the first question is, who was the first female artist to win a Grammy for Album of the Year? Was it Ella Fitzgerald, Liza Minnelli, Judy Garland, or Taylor Swift?
What did they win again?
I want to guess.
What's what?
Was it a Grammy or an Emmy?
Grammy.
I want
for
to guess.
Album of the Year. And Doc, stop cheating. Stop cheating the people, Doc. I see you. I see you over there Googling.
It was Judy Garland. 1962.
It is Judy Garland. Yes,
Okay.
it is Judy Garland. So y'all gonna cheat? Okay, that's fine.
If you're gonna cheat, I'm gonna let you answer.
I'm with it. So the next question, this should be a lighter one, but definitely up my field. Who was the first female Supreme Court justice? Sandra Day O'Connor, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Sonia Sotomayor, or Alina Kagan?
Yeah, I'm out.
Eve.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Yes, O'Connor was first.
We're just guessing letters now. B.
Always pick C. Yeah.
Chevette, we gonna get
Can't
kept
go
back.
wrong with C.
They will set you up for failure. Oh, this one is interesting, I thought. Who was the first
Terry, if you in
woman?
the comments, Google it and give us the answers.
Who was the first woman to earn a medical degree in the United States? Was it Virginia Apgar, Marie Curie, I'm sorry, Cicely Saunders, or Elizabeth Blackwell?
Marie Curie.
Elizabeth.
Thank you.
You
It
just
is
say the first
Blackwell.
answer?
It sounded like that. It felt right.
You can't go wrong with Curry.
Right.
That's why I was saying Curry.
That's why I said Curie. I corrected it. It's Curie, but it's okay.
Curie.
All right. The last question, since I see y'all on these things. Who was the first woman to travel to space? Sally Ride, Valentina Tereshkova, Svetlana Savikaya, or Lacey
Sally
Armstrong?
Sally Ride.
We're just gonna ride with this first choice, aren't you?
C.
Valentina.
C.
Valentina.
I thought it was Sally Ride with the song Ride, Sally Ride.
Right, Sally.
Good
Ride.
point. Good. I like the way.
Valentina is the correct answer.
She was the second person. They got the history wrong because they wrote the song Ride, Sally Ride because she
Ride,
rode the
Sally,
spaceship into space.
I agree with
They
that.
don't know nothing.
I'm
Okay,
actually
so
gonna support Doc's
according to Doc's logic, but according to the history book,
You
that's
know,
right. So why did I want to?
Look,
I mean, I'm not.
can't trust nothing in the book.
No shade, but they said Rosa Parks was the first one.
And Christopher Columbus.
So
Well, we know what they
got-
said about Rosa, but we got a whole thing about Rosa and why she wasn't
Good
first, and
point.
why we know the first person was 15 and pregnant, and why the NAACP didn't do that. You know, I'm with you. Like I said, this is what we do.
no,
so DJ, let me explain to you how those answers was wrong because you said that was history, and we're talking about her story. So they got it wrong. It's
Boom.
him, and it's a her.
I like you.
That's a whole
Preach.
nother show. That's a whole nother show. Don't do me. This is my segment. My
sorry.
segment, my rules. When it's
Reclaim
your
your time,
turn, it could be
DJ.
whatever it's gonna be. Yes, reclaiming my. Thank you, Auntie Maxine, another strong Black woman. Reclaiming my time.
Well, you know, since we shout out people, shout out to Keisha, Lance Bottoms,
I was gonna say which one.
female mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Lori, I forgot her last name.
Lightfoot.
Lightfoot. Yes, Chicago.
That's a really
Don't do Auntie Lori. She
Auntie
be
Lori.
in these streets.
Lori Lightfoot, African American female of Chicago, Illinois.
Not only African American female, but
Lesbian.
she's also part of the community. Okay.
Come on.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go there because Keisha might sue me.
So let me finish this segment out. Thank you. Reclaiming my time. So why did I do that? Why did I choose this route, right? Because I think it's important to acknowledge these things. And I think to your point, that when we look at history, it's often presented through a white patriarchal lens all the time. And we neglect anything that doesn't fit into that mold or doesn't fit into that box. And so again, which is ironic that it follows African American Black History Month, which is the shortest month of the year. And then you have Women's History Month, which is also, again, about minorities and collectives. So we stand in that same vein. We keep those things like we want to bring attention to all of those things and all of those advancements and cultivations that women in particular have made to movement. And I think it's important to bring that to the highlight. So for all of y'all out there that are viewers in the air and you listening, you hearing us, take the time to research something. Use one of these days or many of these days to find out advancements that women have done in your particular sectors or your particular areas to advance the movement. So that's my segment to say what.
That part.
Well, word.
What's up, DJ? You did
Okay.
that, and it was gave us system and process C's, but it gave us a lighter side of Sears.
And you did that.
Come on, that was like Garrett's.
Wow.
Jerry ain't caramel, just sweet and salty. All right, guys. So we'll be back after this commercial break with our main topic. We finna talk about relationships, traditional, non-traditional. We gonna try to keep it clean, but you know, DJ got a nasty mind, and Chevette always nasty.
I mean,
That's fine.
hey, it happens.
And that's fine.
I'm the only virgin on the show. But we'll be right back after this.
Come on, tell them one more again. That.
Y'all funny. We'll be back after this commercial, guys.
California.
Beep, beep.
Knows how to party.
Knows how to party.
California. Knows how to party.
Look, if I had the little sound machine, I would do it. Hey. Right. No, that's the Rolling with the Homies from Cleveland. Rolling with the Homies.
You know, Teen Valley, California movie. It ties in.
Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Oh my God, rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Yo, was that City of Angels?
It was the Rolling with the Homies that took it out for me.
Right.
Homie, yeah.
We're aging ourselves. That was when music made sense. Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Did it though? Did Rolling with the Homies make sense though?
Probably not.
Yeah, because now I'm an adult and I know what Rolling with the Homies mean. Yeah, it made sense. All right.
We might have different meanings.
Listen,
Right.
whole different word.
I'm the virgin here. So rolling with the homies means we're rolling dough to make some biscuits.
Oh,
Okay.
I like
Okay.
biscuits.
It better be biscuits.
Better be grandmama's biscuits.
Biscuits are good.
That part.
Roll.
With the good butter.
Come on.
The
Oh,
good
that's keep you thick. That's the biscuit.
The
that
good
keep you
butter.
thick.
They
Come
got
on
the
now.
stuff in.
I want a biscuit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It got that TH and a C in it. Hiya. It'll make it
Come back.
Okay. Y'all making me
Oh,
hungry.
Joy felt me. You saw the girls like, yeah. I make you some shrimp scampi with that butter. Girl, you be hungry. Eat. Move along. Time for the main topic.
Loop on back. See,
I got in
I
trouble. See, I told you.
I
Who was the one that
tried.
got in trouble?
tried.
Back to the
Trying to
biscuit.
get me in trouble.
DJ,
All right,
it
guys,
was
so
not
let's
us.
talk about our main topic.
It wasn't us. I tried to keep it moving. I said, come on, loop on in.
All right, tonight's topic, y'all, we talking about relationships, right? And so when we think about relationships, most of us immediately think monogamous relationship because the Bible says that one man shall marry one woman and all that other stuff. But if you really want to get into the Bible, catch me on the sidelines and I can tell you how that's some bullshit. All right, see, I didn't say it. But we're going to talk about a monogamous relationship, which is the one that's most commonly known, right? That's what it's one person and that's it, right? Monogamous. We're going to talk about open relationships. That's where I almost went X-rated with it, but I'm going to be PG. That's where I can date you and I can date them and they can date them and you can date them and they can date them and we just be
We just dating.
We just be dating.
Right. We just be shacking.
We just courting.
And then
All day.
it's not new, but in this generation that's coming up, it's very prevalent. You have a polyamorous relationship, which is not polygamy. Those are two different words. Research, read, get a dictionary. If you don't have a dictionary, ask the Google. My grandmama say, ask the Google.
Well, don't always ask the Google. The Google will send you off. You got to get reliable information from the Google.
Well, let me rephrase. Ask the Google and use a reliable source. If you went to college, you know what reliable. Wikipedia is not reliable.
No.
Ask my sister, Merriam-Webster. She pretty much knows the difference.
She knows what she does. She knows what you're talking about.
Or if you're like me, just ask the Holy Ghost.
No, Linda. Can't ask the Holy. Can't go ask Jesus. Can I? This one ain't that one. No.
I don't know. My God said,
I don't know. You know what they said? Jesus the homie. We be kicking it every day. You might
You
say
hear me? I'm gonna ask.
Then the Father, Son, and
the Holy Ghost.
Come on.
You know what? So, when it comes to polyamorous relationships, I did a little research on it, and there's multiple types. But I think they said that the not top 5. I don't want to sound like there's a rating of them, but the most common 5 are monopoly relationships. That's where one person is monogamous, but the other person is polyamorous. Okay, the V. And that's where these two people are not. Is that me? I'm sorry.
Popular.
That's the V. That's what these two people are not intimate, but they both are intimate with this person. Okay. There's the
Okay.
triad. Ooh, there's the triad. I almost got us a lawsuit. Y'all saw what I did?
I did. I saw that.
Ooh.
There's the triad. That's where all three persons are happily interacting with one another. There's the quad. And if you know quad, that's 4. So that's same as triad, but with 4. And then there's the hierarchical. Yeah, I said the word right. Thank you, Jesus. Rehearsal. Poly, and that's where 3 people are involved emotionally and sexually. But there's one primary and then a secondary. Okay, then there's a non-hierarchical poly, which is basically the same thing, but there's not a primary partner. Okay,
just made my head hurt.
Girl, your head hurt. I said I need to go back to school and get a degree.
Complicated.
It's complicated.
Would you say that the V was?
Is when
Lord, my mind went bad. The V is where
one person that 2 people have
in common.
Right. One person, 2 people have in common. All right. We got all that out, right?
Yeah.
Everybody understand? So I'm going to ask this general question. What's everybody's stance? What's everybody's stance on an open relationship? How do you feel about that? Mind you, no clue. We are open-minded people. We agree to disagree. We disagree to agree. But what's your opinions? What's your stance on open relationship?
Open relationship?
Open relationship.
Absolutely not.
He stuttered when he said
that.
Open. We can cuss. It's a hell no for me.
Okay. Okay, Joy. I'm separating y'all now, so y'all 2 people. What you say, Joy? Joy says she don't care. Suave.
You got so much swag.
So for me, it's a no because I can't get rid of that many bodies. All right, so move right on.
That's where the selection comes in. But
because
Chevette, you might have to do some checking.
Listen, y'all give me 5 minutes. I'll be on this way.
I like her.
So
come home and say it to my face.
Ooh, Chevette, you know you pregnant with little Robert, so I help you get rid of the body.
Okay, thank you.
My issue with open relationships is there's not enough communication for me because I can't. Let's be honest. There's too many STDs, STIs out there, and people aren't honest about it. So, and they don't make the cream that I can rub on your forehead and tell me everything you got. So I get that spiritual disclaimer. But for me, that's when my fear will come in. That you're gonna give me something. I'm gonna put my Huda Honda inside your Huda Honda, and then my Huda fall off. That's my best friend, y'all.
Wait a minute. Why did it fall off?
Because you done gave me something that I don't know about.
Y'all let me have a Lazarus moment. I need to die and come back, okay?
But I'm just being real. It's too much stuff out there, and people be like, "Oh, I ain't got nothing." Then you go to pee, and you like, "Why is it burning?" I ain't got time for that. It ain't never burnt when I pee, and I don't want to know what that feels like.
You better be careful. You're gonna go and get something and never be the same, and not in Jesus' name.
All right, so we have all unanimously agreed that we're closed when it comes to open. All right, so let's move on down the list.
That was y'all.
3 of us.
You know what?
She's still open about it.
Joy said, "Wait a minute."
For the record, that was y'all. They don't mean y'all. Okay.
I said, "Wait,
correct."
Joy became Whoopi. I did not say that. No, what I said was.
That's right. I love you.
You better try to butter back up before she changed the locks on the house. You know
God.
And she's pregnant. It only take a minute for it to be like, what the hell?
How you doing? Brittany's from St. Louis, would have had a nasty Chinese food, so she don't know that anyway.
Wow, don't come for my baby.
All right, so monogamy. Is anybody dead set on monogamy? Is the only way. That's how it gotta be. Me and you, no more, one-on-one for life.
Okay, so I'll start. Truthfully speaking, I'm dead set on it for me. For one, I'm a Pisces. It's Pisces season, by the way. And you just don't want to access that side of my mind. I cannot share my baby. And I'm just that kind of person. Like, I just personally don't want to share because I'm going to be looking at the other girl like, first of all, no, I want to say, I'm trying to be not X-rated, but she would have to give her grade D everything, and sexually especially, okay? Grade A only is for me. Like, I would be so jealous. I just cannot do it. So I'm just going to tell the truth. I can't do
not
it.
even do it.
Come on, grade D. Close the door, shut down the restaurant, baby. It's done.
Wow. Board that
Yep.
big up. Implode the building.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Was that you talking or the pregnant you talking?
Both of us.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Anybody else want to talk about the my shit? That scared me. Anybody else? Y'all gonna have to leave because Shabbat's gonna kill y'all. I'm talking about teddy bears. I'm scared for their life. Anybody else has any thoughts on monogamy?
I don't think it's the only way. I think it's just been forced upon us. That's what society tells us we should do. And again, I feel like, especially as people of color and people from marginalized communities, that's not our tradition. It's not our foundation. If we look at everything, it is more open in some capacity, whatever that looks like. However, with that being said, though, right, I am open to other forms of that. Have I done it? No, but I'm not closed-minded to it.
I think monogamous relationships are beautiful.
They are.
Yeah, I'm not against monogamy.
Not against it.
It's just not for me.
Not us.
See, that's what I like.
I respect that. Yeah.
I respect open relationships.
Me too.
Hey,
Listen, y'all got it. More power to you. You strong, girl.
We don't have an open relationship.
We don't have an open relationship.
We just
Come on, clarify.
Just don't have a
We just don't have a monogamous.
Y'all don't have a monogamous. Yeah,
It ain't
that's what I
open,
mean.
but
I
it's
just
not
can't do any of it.
Teach the people.
There you
I
go.
don't want to have to bury nobody.
All right,
I'm
so
telling
we
y'all.
talked about the open people. We talked about the monogamous people.
Why do you have a bear?
You didn't give your platform. Don't you be trying to loop out of this conversation? You ask
Right.
these questions, loop on in.
So I was raised in where monogamy was the way, the truth, and the light. My grandmother and grandfather was together from 18. She was 18, he was 19, so they both passed away in their 90s and 100s, right? They was together 90 billion years. When I started this thing, I tried to do the monogamous thing, but I'm just like, and it's because I grew up in the church where it was banged into your head.
True.
One man to one woman, right? And so for me, I always was one of those people, like, I just feel like you can love multiple people, right? And if you have an understanding, it could work. So in my college years is when I was invited into something we're going to get into, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it was amazing. When I say amazing, it was amazing. And then we'll get into that in a moment. But so for me, monogamy is cute for some, but for me, I just think that there's something bit me. ADD, sorry. I just believe that I just believe there's something. It's beautiful, but it's not for me. Can I say that? Okay.
No.
Yeah. All right. So I feel like we're gonna get into this polyamorous stuff, and this is where it's gonna get good and juicy. Hey, Terry.
Hey.
All right. So Terry, since you're joining in, you gotta play catch up. What's your feelings on open relationship? I mean, we already know what it's going to be because my brother chimed in. What's your feelings on open relationship?
So Brittany said sharing is fine, and then Cass said in the comments, he said something like that's right or something like that. So you might need to have that conversation.
What you're not going to do is get my brother killed.
So let me ask y'all this: which one of y'all got a couch for him to get on?
How about we could put them together.
Not gonna happen, Captain.
Right, so here, what's your
Kay said it ain't happening over here.
Hey, boo.
Hey,
Hey, Kay. Kay, you should be in class, young lady. Yeah, don't make me come to Dallas and take off my belt. Terry, what's your thoughts on a monogamous relationship? Strictly monogamous.
Y'all got me throw it off. I'm already tired. I got off the airplane at midnight. I'm tired. What was y'all's thoughts? I wasn't listening. I was in another meeting. So
well, you know how we all feel.
Chevelle is monogamous, but Brittany's for an open relationship because sharing is caring. And Chevelle said when Brittany gets home, she's going to disappear.
Verse 48.
Joy says it's whatever. It's whatever. And Suave said, hell to no, hell to no. And DJ said, ain't no way in the hell that's going down. And Doc said, he gonna have to get rid of a lot of bodies. Ain't that much water in Mississippi.
Woo. Ain't that much water in this city.
What she said, ain't that much dirt in all Louisiana.
That part.
I like my one-person relationship. I'm not sharing nothing.
Yeah, that was
I don't even like sharing my food.
You know,
that was hard. I like my one.
I feel you. That's a good point. I don't want to share my food either.
It was really aggressive.
I mean, she came in like
aggressive.
No,
ready.
She did though.
That's a hard no.
So
we gonna pass.
It's a polyamorous relationship. So I went over the 5 most common types. That's a better terminology to use, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you guys, what is your thoughts of a polyamorous relationship? And nobody Google or ask the dictionary, Merriam-Webster, or none of them people. What do y'all think a polyamorous relationship is?
So just for the record, you don't want us to cheat, but you just cheated earlier in the show.
Right.
Okay, I just want to put that out on record.
Good point. You were definitely cheating.
Do as I say, not as I do.
These teddy bear friends.
We're not doing that.
They keep coming, don't they?
These teddy bear friends just keep multiplying.
We getting real poly vibes over there.
Right.
Yeah. And so,
all right.
Should we go first? I don't know.
Sure.
What do we think a polyamorous relationship is? What do you think it is, babe?
A polyamorous relationship is one in which I have a lot of love to give,
and a lot to receive.
Yeah,
and that's
that.
Okay,
I agree with that.
That's so.
Cherry, Vay, DJ.
You know I'm gonna go last.
I'm going second to last then.
Who she like to beat them because they're going in and out her house, letting the outside in.
I'm kind of scared of what
Arteria thing because that look on her face.
I want to hear what the doc got to say because I'm nervous.
I'm scared of.
It's aggressive all the time.
So I really never understood the polyamorous lifestyle. Anyways, I've always understood it as, I guess because I watched too much Sister Wives, that TV show. So that was my intake on. That's how I saw it. But recently I've learned that that's not the case.
Right.
That was a lot of drama.
That's polygamy. That's polygamy.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know much about it. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I think that's why I'm kind of hesitant too, to be honest, because I don't know a whole lot about it. Just in transparency, I had to understand also the difference between an open relationship and, being poly. And I actually talked to someone who's, in an open relationship, and I was like, oh, I thought that was the same thing. And they quickly got me together. So yeah, that's why I'm quiet, because I don't really know a whole lot.
If one more bear pops up,
it's another bear.
Bruh, another bear. What is wrong with you?
I love to give and love to receive.
Oh my God.
Yeah, DJ, I keep want to call you Dr. DJ because it's coming. I see
Come
it.
on.
Is.
Put your hands and receive it.
I hope it comes sooner, because these long nights is getting on the bitch nerves. But but anyway, yeah, I think that's the first thing, is that people don't understand the difference between polyamory and polygamy. They think they're intersectional, and it's not. But I think the important part of that is that it can work as long as you have a solid understanding and it's transparent communication. I think that's the part people miss the mark, right? People want to have their cake and eat it too, and I hate that phrase. But that's the best way I can sum it up right now, right? You want to do what you want to do, and then come back and don't expect me to do what I want to do. But if we're open and we're honest and we're communicative about what this is, and there's a steady partner, because if I had to do it, I would be the V, right? It needs to be one consistent partner that we both are engaged with, that we both are aware of, that we're communicating with. Then that makes a difference in the relationship, because again, it's open, it's honest, it's communicative. We're all being transparent instead of this deceptive behavior that people put on to kind of do what they want to do, and then want to come back and be like, oh, I'm only with you. I've only slept with you. And then you pull up the thing, found out, no, it was me, it was Bob, it was Paul, it was Tom, it was John. And we could have just had a conversation.
Absolutely.
And Keisha.
Yeah, I know.
And Keisha too.
It's my pumpkin.
It might be Keisha. You're right.
4 bodies. And Keisha, now that's 5 bodies I gotta get rid of. I'm gonna need a lot of dirt.
Hi, pumpkin.
A lot of
Nope.
Hi, Omari.
So for me, okay, so So what I was telling you about, so when I was in my when I was littler, I was in a triangle. I can't do a V because to me a V feels like it's not closed, right? It feels like I'm pouring all me out, but I'm only getting pieces back, right? So I prefer a triangle where all 3 of us are spiritually, mentally, physically, and sexually involved together. That's what most people confuse. They think polyamorous relationships are we just fucking. No.
I need a diagram. Woo!
This is a triangle.
A word.
So people think that if you're in a poly relationship, it just, we just having sex and everything. No, that was Sodom and Gomorrah. What a poly relationship is I have a connection with for me 2 other individuals, and we live our lives. We go on dates. We go to Paris. We go to France. We go to Paris. We go to England. We go to Australia. We travel. We go on cruises. We laugh. We joke. We go to the movies. We have pillow fights. But then we also are intimate with one another. So people have, for me, it's a deeper connection. And if I have that, then I want all 3 parties to be on one accord. Meaning that, DJ, I sleep with you on Monday. You got Tuesday. You got Wednesday. Ain't nobody got time for that. We're going to get in the bed. Both of y'all know, don't touch me because I don't like heat. I like to be cold when I sleep. So y'all can cuddle because y'all like to do the cuddle thing. Bam! Now y'all happy because y'all get to cuddle. I'm happy that I get to sleep in cold air. We both happy.
I like you.
Look at God.
You see what I'm saying? I just think people don't understand. And like Terry said, they think polyamorous and polygamy are the same thing, and they're not.
They're not.
And I agree with DJ that we were forced into monogamy because that's what Western civilization taught us, and they utilized the Bible to beat that over our head. But if you do your research on the Bible, they had multiple wives. And if you want to go back to the beginning, Adam had 2 wives.
And concubines.
And concubines as well. So.
Many.
And mind you, their concubines weren't just women. Hello, somebody.
Nice.
But, and so that's the point of this conversation tonight. So we do have Joy and Suave who are in a poly relationship. And I met them before, and I just remember who they were, and they so cute.
Oh, thank you.
They should make it
another interview.
I don't think that it was.
Was it another interview?
I don't know.
Okay. I know that face, though.
I know that face.
And that smile.
And that
it's
smile.
amazing.
Yes.
We worked a event together. Y'all was serving food or something for April
with Mom Pops.
Oh, okay.
With
LIA.
With LIA.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
People, I remember people's energy, and the energy was amazing because again, I was ignorant until I asked a question, and I was educated, and then I became friends on Instagram, and I started stalking, and I learned
that part.
Okay.
DJ has taught me well. If you want to learn something, you got to do the research, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So let's ask some questions.
Like what you were saying, what words you use more than any other was we. And I think, most people get that confused. Like it's a me thing, and I'm just looking.
They do. They blame it all on her.
But she is so polyamorous.
I'm so polyamorous.
Yeah. So, but the we thing is everybody is included, and everybody is doing their part, and everybody is committed. And I like that.
And that's what it takes is that sound commitment. Like Terry and Chevette, I agree with you guys that one-on-one, because that's what works for you guys. Mm-hmm. But we have to do. Come on, Brittany, we don't want you to do no research.
Listen, don't look nothing up.
Brittany, stop commenting.
No Google.
This not the podcast for you, Brittany.
Okay. No bueno.
So let me ask you guys this question: because you're in a polyamorous relationship, what is your biggest challenge being in a poly relationship?
I really believe it's just other people.
Honestly. Honestly.
It's people on the outside who one don't understand, and some people just it's there. You have people who don't understand and want to. Then you have people who don't understand and just are just like, y'all going to hell.
Yeah, that are extremely judgmental. So I guess it would be outside opinions. I mean, it's not
doesn't bother
challenging
us.
for us, but you know what I'm saying? It gets a little annoying.
I can see that. So this question is for everybody. What is important in keeping your relationship healthy?
Honesty. I'm gonna stand on that. It's about being honest and being able to communicate. I think
I was gonna say in communication.
Without those two things, you are destined to fail, no matter what type of relationship it is.
Absolutely.
Honesty, communication. What else you guys got?
Loyalty.
Yep. Because you can communicate all you want, but if you're not open-minded and you're not loyal to your commitment, then it is honestly, I'm talking and you hearing me, and you're talking and I'm hearing you, but things ain't moving because we
fail at upholding each other.
Honesty, communication, loyalty. Terry, what's your piece of this cake? What you adding on this pizza?
I mean, everybody's kind of said everything. I think one other thing is continue to date each other.
Right there. I think a lot of times I'm going to add something to you guys. You guys said communication. I want to add a caveat, if I may. Effective communication.
Yes,
because sometimes
absolutely.
people listen to respond. They don't listen to get an understanding. And maybe that's the nerd in me, because psychology is coming out. When you're having a disagreement with somebody and they just listen to certain things to come back at you,
that's right, baby.
To respond.
You right.
So God, communication, honesty, trust, sex. Well, we're gonna talk about sex because I think, in my personal opinion, we put too much pressure on sex in relationships. Don't get me wrong, sex is needed. Sex is good.
Important.
Sex is amazing. Sex with me, so amazing.
Oh my God.
Rihanna wrote the song about me. I done told y'all. But I think in a relationship, be it poly, be it monogamous, be it open, you have to have those foundational things in order for it to be successful. All right. So since Brittany always want to talk about sex, let's talk about sex. How important is sex in your relationship? And here's a second question to that. And be honest. How often do you have sex? And the reason why I say be often, because you have the young folks who say, we got to have sex 14 times a day, 7 days a week. Ain't your booty hole gonna be like,
they must don't have no jobs.
They ain't got nothing to do. No kids.
You hear me?
So how important is sex? How often should you have sex?
Sis is tired.
You should have sex as often as it is conducive to your relationship
and your finances. I think you should have it whenever you desire.
When you desire to.
Yeah.
Chavez?
I was gonna say as much as you want. I don't think there should be a set amount. I mean, as much as you want, as much as I was gonna say as much as you can, because I'm here for it. And I look at sex more so from a level of connection. So for me, like if we're not intimate, for me, that's a moment for us to connect. We have to have that moment of connection for me personally.
Okay. Arteria?
You petty. I just caught that. You are super petty.
I was about to say, we really doing this again?
We going back to the fluff?
We going back to this?
Forever.
With guests in the house?
Oh,
marshmallow fluff, y'all. We'll have to tell y'all about that later.
Really?
I want to know.
I want to hear it.
Story time.
Oh my God.
Why can't we get them the tea?
Really?
See, I didn't say nothing. I just said you petty. I had your back.
I just didn't want them to be left out.
Right.
I can't go to the grocery store and they say sell marshmallow for. I'm like, no. I have PTSD.
So, for the guests, since they keep talking about it, what happened was we did we typically do a couples trip every year to the cabins, and we did one last September, October. It was September. And this nasty spouse of mine likes to use marshmallow fluff. And they heard about it. So there we have it.
Not only did we hear about it, but I'm just playing.
Well, that could be my nickname too. So send me a message. How that work? What I gotta do?
I love it. I love it. So let me ask this question because it goes for everybody. How have you changed since you've been with your partner? Has your partner or partners changed you?
I'm a grown woman. Okay.
You can do whatever you want.
No, not that. I've learned a lot from Suave. I came from a situation where I was educated, I was making money, but I was still in the point of transitioning, learning who I was and what I wanted out of life. And meeting this person helped me to fall into myself more, become. It helped me to become.
I guess it's because it might be a little age difference between her and I.
There is.
So when we met, she was still.
I was still at home.
Yeah.
I was courted out of my house, out of my mama's house.
So I guess for me, I think it was. I don't want to say successful, but it was my first relationship in which I can be openly poly, and I just learned a lot about myself in regards to my ability to what would you say?
To connect.
Yeah, with two people.
So
I guess that's how I changed. I learned a lot about myself as well.
Okay, Shavea, DJ Terry.
I'll answer. So, my wife honestly came in my life and completely changed me for the better. I was previously married or whatever, and I looked at myself as being a really dope wife. I'm not gonna lie to you. And in some regards, I definitely was, but there are certain areas where she taught me that it was okay, like for example, to continue to be who I am and still be a good wife. Like she said at the end, I don't know if y'all caught it, but she said individuality is something that's important in relationships. And that's something she taught me, to still go after my dreams. And, she pushes me in that area. I've thrived more being with her. And she's taught me to, never give up on those dreams. And the one thing she told me too, spiritually speaking, she said, if you ever denounce God because you want to spend more time with me or you want to be with me, I'm going to be mad at you. She's like, that's one of the things that's attractive to me about you. So she just encouraged me to be who it is that I was. She taught me that, it was okay to let go of even some of the things that I was, we lost Terry. Some of the things that I was taught, she just, I don't know. I daily learned from her. She brought everything into my life that I didn't know I needed, in a sense.
Okay. Dr. DJ.
Yeah, we're gonna add that. That sounds good. But no, I'm not gonna sit up here and be the person like, oh no, absolutely not. Yes, we make changes and concessions for our partners.
Absolutely.
To some degree, we do that, and let's just be transparent. Like it is what it is. We do that. I do think though, at the end of the day, I think one of the things that I really try to do is, in the same vein, I try to be a supportive partner. I try to be an encouraging partner. I try to be an engaging partner. And I expect the same, right? So I'm not gonna be just constantly giving out all of these things, and you're not giving me anything in return. I'm not gonna keep putting this on. And I ain't getting nothing on my investment. Like that's whack. That ain't gonna happen. But I think at the end of the day, too, it's also an opportunity to, again, be very honest and have these conversations. And I think that's an important piece that people miss, too, is, at least what I do now or what we do is even though it seemed weird, like the first time we had a check in, it was weird as hell. It was awkward. And it was just like, you okay? You sure? Is this all right? Like, but I think it's important because you need to have those pivotal moments to just be like, is everything good? Has something changed? Did anything shift? Is there something more that you need? Because I want to be the person corrected. If I be damned, you go out and find it somewhere else, then I got to kill you both. That's gonna be on my conscience, and I ain't got time for that. Let's again, and that's what I'm just saying. Let's just be very honest about the situation, and if it's something you need or something that you're lacking or something I'm not giving you, let's have that conversation and figure it out together. But to tap back into the first point of that, in the past, yes, I have made concessions. I've done things. I've changed for my partners. I've changed because of relationships. I've changed both good and negatively and positively, right? And in this newer space and in this newer relationship, I feel like I'm more myself because we can be honest and we can do dumb shit. Like we can do kiddie things together and
Right.
have fun and do those things. And I think that's important too, that we don't lose those things that make us who we are. And oftentimes we lose ourselves in our partners or our relationship and you really forget who you are.
So I agree with
That
you
was
all.
a sermon.
Yes,
Right.
it was.
We finna pass the collection plate and ask the choir to sing an A selection. So I agree with you guys. When you're in a relationship, people change daily. All right. We never truly know ourselves. Okay. If you've ever dated yourself, you realize that you yourself change and evolve daily.
Daily.
Right. I think the problem with most relationships is we get in these relationships and we lose who we are. We lose our voice,
Yes.
and we become that person. Alicia Keys said, I've lived under you. I lived in your shadows. Now it's time for me to live for me. This is a brand new kind of me. I preached a good sermon. Look it up. It's on YouTube. Y'all saw that plug. But you have to be open in relationships to accept your partner daily. And what I love about me and my partner is we have those open conversations. I can tell him, you got on my last nerves and I was ready to push you into the river with an anchor tied to your ankle because you kept doing this. And he'd be like, I'm a certified lifeguard. I can swim. I ain't scared of you. So we have those moments. There are concessions. So I'm not a cuddler at night when I go to bed. I'm not a cuddler because I don't like to be hot. When I get hot,
Me either.
I get violent. And when I say violent, I used to run track. My legs will kick you out the window. Okay. But I'll hold my partner as long as I can. But all right, babe, I'm starting to sweat. He's like, I appreciate you. Those are concessions you make for a person. I don't eat beef or pork. But if my partner said, I want some bacon, I'm like, no, we're not having that. No, eat your bacon.
Come on, fry some bacon.
Bacon. You see what I'm saying? I made a Hennessy meatloaf and I put bell peppers. They don't like bell peppers, but they ate the meatloaf and was like, this is good. You see what I'm saying? You make some concessions in a relationship.
Drop the recipe or it didn't happen.
I was gonna say that sounds actually really good.
That's just like Hennessy meatloaf. I need to
Can
try
I get
that.
that recipe too?
Baby, let me tell you. So it is.
I was like,
okay.
And I do it with turkey meatloaf, and it's amazing.
Ooh.
I'll send y'all the recipe.
Please do.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the ingredients because I don't know the recipe. You use a dab of this, two shots.
That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me.
But I just like to do. Or my partner, I wanted meatloaf one day. He was like, I want salmon. I was like, but I want meatloaf. And he was like, but I want salmon. But I want meatloaf. And he was like, but I want you to make salmon. So I made
Yes,
salmon.
you should.
You need to cook a lot more, Brittany. No, Brittany, you need to send me the recipe for them chicken thingamajiggamabobbers you made.
Oh, when she made those sliders.
Finger
I was ready to punch Chevelle in her throat.
Majiggers. You forgot that last part, the majiggers.
When I tell y'all, my wife is like the best cook. She doesn't usually have a lot of time because she works 2 jobs. And she's 7 weeks, by the way, from her master's. But yes. But when I tell you, when she cooks, she throws down. Okay.
I need a jigger.
Y'all want one of them jigger-bobbers?
Yes.
Okay.
She ain't the best cook, but she's a good second to me. I'll give her that.
Ooh.
That part.
She's from St. Louis, and she think this Chinese food is good. Okay.
Well, I would love to be the judge of that.
We like to eat.
Yeah. So
I like to cook. Like
we all just need to get together and cook one day. We need to somehow get together.
You know what? A whole potluck.
I'm
here
so
for
about
it.
to say I'm feeling the potluck growling in my spirit.
Come on.
No, we gonna go back on. We're gonna do another couples trip and go to the cabin and cook at the cabin.
That would be dope.
And it is
our
so
phone
much.
number is that part.
But
it was so much fun.
Interesting thing that you just said, Doc, was about losing yourself. I think that's a big reason why I'm poly and why she's poly as well. Because I like a variety of women, and I think poly is a safe space in which she doesn't have to change who she is in order to please me completely. She likes a variety of women as well. She likes feminine women, and she likes
masculine. I like one women. Masculine woman.
That'd be good. I'm curious as to why you said
one masculine woman,
you know
but when it comes to feminine women,
I don't have to change who I am to please her. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't have to change who she is to please me, because we have the option to date outside this relationship and find, you know, what it is that we're attracted to, you know, without her having to change and without me having to change. Because I'm not wearing no lipstick and I'm not carrying no purse, you know, to make her happy. You know what I'm saying? And
as long as she buys me the purses,
you cool with that.
So real talk, Suave, you know, I like you a lot. I can't see you with lipstick on, baby. If you
please don't.
I mean,
you gonna plug down?
I feel like we could do a light beat and we could get you together.
She'll look like me.
Also, that's the truth. Joy says, I'm the queen and beauty of this relationship.
Y'all, for Halloween, actually, my plan, I told my wife, I said, I'm actually going to be an entire stud for Halloween. I just want you to know, like, I'm coming straight thug. I might even wear some Timbs. Watch.
I can't see it.
And I think your wife should be a straight femme for Halloween.
I agree.
Are you going to wear the Timbs that's the regular Timbs, or are you going to try to hide and do the Tim heels? Because you know you can't do the heels. You got to be a real Tim boot.
Okay, I'm gonna do the real Tim.
Watch where she'll be able to find the Timberland heels.
For the record, it's Ace. No, she is not.
Where do you find them?
That part.
She said no, she is not.
She said in the comments, no, she is not.
I told her I will be a fine man. Don't do that.
So first of all, men aren't fine. We're handsome.
Oh, my daddy fine.
No, my partner is fine. Forget that.
Your dad looks like Fred Hammond.
You did not have to put that comment up.
Let's talk a little bit
more about his order.
And the Lord.
I was about to say something, but Chevette might show this video to her mama. But
she might be on here.
Come on. Let's loop back in.
Because the executive pastor
and the bishop. Okay.
So let me ask y'all this question, and this goes in any relationship. Are there roles? We had this conversation before. Remember, DJ? Roles.
I do remember this conversation. Very well.
DJ, are there roles in your relationship?
Yes and no. I think we don't ascribe to certain things, right? But I think that there are certain things that we do that, you know, you just kind of like, this is what I do. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, my partner opens doors for me. Like, I'm not allowed to open the doors and do all that. And it doesn't take away from my masculinity, but that's just something that he does. And I appreciate that. And so, like, you know, in that respect, yes, I guess that is a type of role in our relationship. But I mean, when it comes to other things, no, we both pay for dates. We both take each other on dates. We both do, you know, cooking, even though he cooks more than I do, but I still do. You know, I'll clean because that's what I enjoy doing. I'll do laundry because I enjoy doing that, not because that's what's expected of me. And so, you know, in that respect, and that's what I'm saying, like, yes, there are some things that people will be like, well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But no, I mean, that's just how we roll.
Joy Vay.
I like
it.
Company. Okay.
I like
it.
So our relationship is so complicated. Definitely, I guess I say it's a traditional, non-traditional relationship.
Absolutely.
And we're into things like BDSM, for example.
So let's answer the first part of that. So yes, we do have roles because this is my my husband, masculine identified. So this is head household.
And I enjoy being the leader in my house.
And I enjoy being domestic. I like the cooking clean. I like the
However, it's non-traditional in a sense. Typically the leader in the household takes care of finances, but my wife actually studied to be an accountant. So why?
Right. So yeah, I see what the income is. She makes it. And I delegate
out there like that.
Come on, I delegated.
I delegated.
Baby, I'm gonna fry that bacon.
I'm gonna fry that bacon. And I'm gonna buy those bills.
It ain't so but to go back to the other side, we both enjoy, or we both have the same kink, which is a BDSM lifestyle.
And within that lifestyle, we have
dom
and subs. And
so
this is my dominant being. I'm a submissive, and so that's just
to go back to the polyamorous thing. She also enjoys being a dom, so she has subs.
I have subs
outside because I'm not.
She's
submissive.
Not. She's not submissive at all.
Well, she'll never,
not ever,
be able to explore that with me. But yeah,
that's cool.
Yes.
You know what?
It's a lot.
Y'all my new best friends. I like
but
y'all.
No, but I think they bring up an important piece to that, right? And even when we had our conversation about kink and other stuff, like people like, oh my God, y'all do that. Like if you don't explore things, you don't know that you like it until you try it.
I'm here for all of it. I'm even down to be a sub. If my wife wanted me to, that's actually something I would do.
Because I am a sub.
BDSM pregnancy.
Absolutely. I saw that on the screen. I saw that. That's what I know, that I enjoy being a sub, like 100%. Like having this person as my head of household and my dom, I enjoy it 100%. That's our lifestyle.
There's things in kink that I don't enjoy.
That she doesn't enjoy.
I don't like to I'm not a violent person, so I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of thinking and choking. That's not me. However, she likes to explore that.
Here you go.
That you hear me? What they say, Chuck me, thank you for
it. God gave you this name for a reason. It's to be choked.
Since you on here back, here you go.
I'm just saying, I'm rolling with the lyrics. Choke me, spank me, pull my hair.
That part.
I'm into the hair pulling, but it's just certain things that I'm not really into that she's really into. And I enjoy watching her do those things with other people. However,
I didn't know I had a kink for being someone who was kind of dominant. Because I'm that in my world of being business minded and my career and things like that, but I did not know I was that in life, in the bedroom.
Well, in life and in the bedroom.
Right, until I was able to explore that. She gave me the option to do so. So I am a submissive, but on the other hand, I am a dominant person as well. So
yeah,
just not with her because I don't want that either. Anyway, so it wouldn't work. Yeah,
y'all nasty. And I love it.
We live.
I'm one of those persons who, again, I was raised Church of God in Christ. All right. Where you was
you can't just join in, you got to be born in.
You gotta be born in.
You gotta say, well, you can't join in, you got to be born in. All right. That's how I grew up. Where you lay on the floor and tear until you start speaking in tongues. And they throw holy oil on you, and the mothers are walking up. That's how I grew up.
Listen.
For me, sex was missionary in the bedroom when you was married, period. I went to college. I went to a, what y'all call a PWI. Okay. And at said PWI, I met a Caucasian male. Stay with me and I'm going to bless you. This Caucasian male opened my mind to some stuff that I was like, you want me to do what? Put my arm where? It will fit? And you ain't gonna boo-boo when we get done? Why that turned me on to the here, bitch? Then public? Okay, we can't talk. See, this is why our grandfather likes me, because I'm nasty like him. Like,
I feel like we just all in the same room. Everybody got a glass.
You hear me?
I mean, But this is when you're comfortable. To me, what that says is I'm comfortable with my partner. I trust that my partner's not going to do anything to hurt me, harm me, or injure me. And if I tell my partner, hey, I'm getting uncomfortable, they're going to back off. You see what I'm saying? So to me, what we're talking about is a level of trust versus being out there. You see what I'm saying? And people, I feel, don't understand that because you haven't built that level of trust with somebody.
Trust.
And that's so important. It's so important.
Trust is the biggest thing. If I can't trust you, so I was previously married, and me and my ex are now starting to formulate a social relationship where we can communicate, right? And I'm all for that, right? Be limited, but I'm all for that, right? But I think every experience we go through teaches us something. And if you don't learn from it, then you repeat that cycle, right?
Come on.
So the current person I'm with has really been pushing me because, and I love it, because I get complacent when I'm comfortable. And when we all get to a place of complacency, we don't grow no more. And that's the problem with us is we get complacent. We stay with the person. Well, we've been together 7 years. Might as well stay. No, I'm not staying with you for the children. I'm staying with you for myself. If I don't want to be with you, we can raise the child together. We can do co-parenting, but this is not how this is going to work. I think people, what we said before, lose themselves in relationships. And so they don't know how to act. You find yourself eating peanut butter, banana, and tomato sandwiches, and you don't eat peanut butter, tomato, or banana.
That's factual.
But part of that too has to do with, when you talk about the trust component, but you got to go deeper than that. And that's about vulnerability. Nobody wants to be vulnerable anymore. Nobody wants to lay out there and be like, this is me. This is my authentic self. You know what I'm saying? We want to put on these airs and these masks and be all of these things that people, that's why we ask the dumb questions like, tell me what you like, what you want to do, how you like to go there, what's your favorite color, right? And then we try to build these stacks or these hierarchies of these are the things that I need to do or be to make this person happy, instead of just being vulnerable enough to be like, I don't like none of that, but thank you for sharing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And but that level of vulnerability is what then leads you to a place of trust. If I can't be vulnerable with you, then I'm not going to trust you, because that means that I'm showing you all of those parts of me that I'm scared for everybody to see.
Totally agree.
And I believe sometimes your partner can help you overcome fears. I have a fear of heights. I will fly anywhere. But if you get me like on a Ferris wheel or roller coaster, no. Okay. For Valentine's Day, my spouse, we rode the Ferris wheel and it went up in the air and it stopped.
It's beautiful.
It was on the second go round. The first go round, I was holding my breath and I called every name he has in the Hebrew Bible, the Greek Bible, King James, NIV, NRSV. I prayed to every deity you can possibly name because somebody's going to save me. Okay, hear me clearly. But my partner held my hand, and for some reason, I got a sense of peace that it's going to be okay. That's when you know you're in a relationship. And I know everybody's like, well, I thought we was going to talk about relationships, traditional and non-traditional. What I'm showing you is that my traditional relationship, Chevet's traditional relationship, and Joy and Chevet's polyamorous relationship, they're the same thing.
Yep.
It's what works for you. It's the exact same thing. The same struggles we have, they have. I'm hoping we open people's minds to understand that a polyamorous relationship is not about just having sex. I feel like
I didn't know that, honestly, until a few weeks ago. Really, when we did that panel you guys were on, I learned a lot that day. I didn't know that, and that was my main thought. Like, I couldn't picture myself being okay, with my wife. And just like you said, I was thinking more so it would only be her as well. Going out, basically doing what she want to do. My thought was, we'll go be single. And so having a different understanding, I totally, of course, it's not for me, but I respect it. And I feel like, hey, if that's what you want to do, I say, do you, honey, enjoy life. I support it. I'm here for it.
I mean, I like to tell people, like, and it's weird because I'm not talking about insects, but my first polyamorous relationship was the one between my mother, my brother, and I in life. I had to deal with things like jealousy. I felt like, he a mama boy and mama's always Tuesday brother.
True.
But at some point my mom had to tell me there's things that my brother need that I didn't need, you know, and there's things that I needed that he didn't need, you know, and it's just a balance. And we both had someone in common. We probably didn't care for each other that much. We loved each other, but we didn't like each other that much. But we both loved this woman, and because we loved and respected this woman, it caused us to build a relationship that I value today. So that was my first polyamorous relationship. I was born into it, but it was a relationship in which I had to learn how to work with somebody. I had to learn how to share.
That was getting something from someone that you got your source of energy, your source of life from.
So I had to share that.
I do have a question. Can I ask a question, Doc?
Mm-hmm.
So my thought has always been, and y'all tell me how this works. So like, if you are in a poly relationship, how does, like, legally you can only marry one person? Like, how does that work?
So we are very spiritual beings.
I mean, and just a couple of years ago, we couldn't have got married anyway.
We wouldn't, right? Just a couple of
but
years
that
ago,
don't mean that we wasn't married.
We wasn't married.
You know,
true. I feel you.
Because if we think about our lineage and we're Black people, we couldn't get married really for real,
right?
At all until just recently. So
right.
It's one of those things of that you connect spiritually. When you connect spiritually with someone, no one can break that. No one can tell you how to navigate that space.
Yeah.
And when you're locked there,
I mean, I have a wife outside of Joy.
She does not have a wife outside of me.
Okay, we have a wife together.
We have a wife together
that we're no longer in a relationship
that we're no longer in a relationship with. Right?
However, she is very much a part of our life.
Very much.
You know what I mean? So yeah. And we have children in that relationship. We have grandchildren in that relationship. Yes. And we still have that commitment. It's just a little different.
It's just a little different.
You know,
it's not the us of it, but we made a commitment to that family. We made a commitment that was our family. Those were our children. Those were our grandchildren.
And they'll always no matter what, whether she gets another partner, whether we're not together, we'll always have that relationship in common and that commitment and that bond. Because we decided,
we take our commitments seriously here. So
well, that's, to me, that's
we went before
maturity.
each other.
That's maturity.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of times is if we break up, me, my kids, and my family, we gone. Don't talk to my mom. Don't talk to my kid.
I would never do that.
That's not me.
I love my kids, and I love my grandchildren.
Yeah, my mama not going anyways because she didn't really get the daughter that she thought she was gonna get. So
DJ needs to borrow your mom back.
Yes.
All right, guys. I hope we opened some eyes on tonight's show. I hope we expressed some things, talked to you, you learned some things. After this commercial break, we'll be back with our final thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
All right. I thought it was us this time.
Shout out to Ricky Z Media, guys. That's the production company we go through. That's our production manager. That's who's behind the scenes, pressing all the buttons, flipping up things, putting things up, putting things down, giving us time checks, making the flyers, making the posts, reblogging us, putting us on every media outlet you can think of. She is the bee's knees. All right. Her pronouns are the, she, and it, because she is the shit. Do you hear me? So if you want to start your own podcast, you want to get your name out there, if you have an idea of a podcast, hit up Ricky Z. Email us at noclueshow@gmail.com. She'll be in touch with you because she even checks the emails. How you doing? All right, guys. Time for final thoughts on relationship, traditional, non-traditional. What's your final thoughts to close us out for the night? Our guest, you always go first. So, Joy Vay, you guys up first.
I love this name.
I do too.
Yeah, that's gonna be our daughter name.
It is.
So I say traditional, non-traditional, whatever floats your boat, as long as you're honest, as long as you can be yourself and you can be transparent and open and you can continue to grow, whatever floats your boat. That's how I feel.
Whatever causes you to be able to live in a space with you where you are authentically you. I just want everyone to be authentic in who they are and who they love and what they represent. That's it.
Chevy, since you're right next door to them on my camera.
I knew you were gonna call me next. I was about to put this piece of chicken in my mouth, but thanks for not judging the pregnant lady who's over here eating chicken. I know I've been tearing it up this whole time. But anyway,
hungry. Y'all been talking about food.
I'm so hungry. My final thoughts, honestly, I just want to say thank y'all for being so open and sharing your relationship with us to help us get an understanding. I think a lot of times people are just a little ignorant. We really just don't know what certain things are and what they mean. My final thought is just for everybody to be open-minded. Love is literally love, no matter what form it comes in. I feel like live your best life, mind your business, and drink water.
That part. Woo! And wine.
And wine.
DJ.
I don't know. My final thoughts on this, again, thank you guys for being open. Thank you for being honest. Thank y'all for having conversation with us and not just like it being what it could have been, where it's like an interview or you just like, yes, and then we like, yes. But thank y'all for being engaged and interactive because it does make a difference. As far as any type of relationship, I think we use that word very willy-nilly, and I hate that word too. I don't know why that came to my mind. But anyway, I think we use it too freely. Because we don't realize that every encounter is some type of ship or a relationship or an encounter or an engagement, even down to our familial relationship, our non-intimate relationships. There's always some level of intimacy. I think you have to look at the level of intimacy that's there, whether it's present. And again, like everybody else, we want it to be honest. We want you to be communicative. We want you to be open-minded. But above all, be yourself. Bring you. Don't be afraid to bring you to the table. And don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, it's a huge and important part of what it will make or break your relationship. And, I'm a living testimony. Try something different. Ain't nothing wrong with trying something different.
Factual.
Maybe I might be open for a threesome. We'll talk about it later.
Huh?
Look at us changing minds.
Changing lives.
Wow. My final thoughts is you're pregnant, ill.
Listen, I'm 5.5 months. It's a few months.
Your baby gonna come out their mama.
That's what I heard, baby. That's what I heard.
You right. You right.
Okay. It is inappropriate outside.
I felt it was
Joy
very
and Suave, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show and being open and transparent with us. Being willing to share your story. Most people are sheltered. Like, people are going to judge us. My final thoughts is this. Do you. My grandmama always told me, do whatever is going to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, guess who you got to sleep with every night? You. When you walk past the mirror, guess who I got to answer to? You. If you want to be a serial killer, be the best serial killer you can. Just know this. I'm going to turn your ass in and get that damn reward. That's what my grandmama always told me. But be you.
I'm waiting for Rakia to pop in at this point.
Yeah.
But that's an old wisdom.
We're wrapping up, though, so,
But just do you. Love is love, all right? Find what works for you, but whatever works for you, make sure it works for your partner as well. Be cognizant of your partner's feelings and your partner's mindset. Make sure you guys are on one accord doing the thing together. All right? All right, guys, that wraps up for this week's episode of No Clue.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
We have got the honest interview we've had.
Yes.
Don't worry, y'all be back because I like y'all.
Yes.
Or conversations. Chevy, I need to get with you. I have an idea that I want to bring your dad on for.
I'm here for it.
Let's wrap it, and then we can get this on back
next week. Join us in 2 weeks for another episode of No Clue. We're going to have fun. The next topic is going to be even deeper. And once again, to our virtual grandparent, Robert DeMaio, you have our heart, you have our love, you have our prayers. We're praying for you. We are here for you. If we all can get a plane ticket to come to Oregon, we're coming to see you. Keep your head up, stay strong. To our virtual auntie, she said she's our auntie, Lisa Ann. Thank you for responding back to us and letting us know how our grandparents are doing. Know that your family's in our prayers, and we're here for you guys. All right. Until next time, guys. Just when you when you think you have life figured out, you realize you have what? No
clue.
Talk to y'all later. Peace.
Got it.